This isn't what I expected. This is much more. The crown of Karsus. And this is no mere journal. It contains Karsus's original plans for the crown's construction. His designs for godhood. Not from scratch. Unless you happen to have several pounds of the purest Netherese metals in that pack of yours. Don't worry. I'm not asking you to surrender anything else on my account. What's called for here is something altogether different. The book states that the crown and netherstones were originally one construct, seemingly sundered at the moment of Karsus's downfall. If we can collect the crown's setting and the 3 netherstones, and with the correct invocation of certain spells and gestures detailed in these notes, I think I could reforge it. Well, there'd be risk in such an endeavor, but only proportionate to the reward. Just think of it. The power of the gods in mortal hands at last would be free of doctrine and dogma, confined only by the limits of our imaginations. I promise you, the gods will never grant us such a blessing, no matter how much we worship and adore them. Some gods may delude themselves into believing they care about their worshippers, but when it comes down to it, we're all expendable. Children to be appeased, not respected. I worshipped Mistra loyally for years, and in that time she granted me the barest sliver of the power I was ready to wield. Even with the fate of the world at stake, she had little more to offer me than the means of blowing myself up at a more convenient time. She's done nothing to help us. Mistra wanted the brain obliterated because of this crown. She fears a world in which such power is beyond her control, ready to be claimed by Karsus's successor. She sent me to die. Ambition is not a sin. To question the powers that rule us is not treason. We must at least try. Why wallow in the dirt where we can reach for the stars? I'm glad you can recognize this for the opportunity it is. Nevertheless, not a step to take lightly. It's our future that I'm thinking of. Can't rely on anyone else to do it for us. For now, we've learned all we can. Here's your tome back. It proved to be even more valuable than I ever could have imagined. For both of us. Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Bull-Durian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there? So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last. I see remaining optimistic is my duty, especially when I'm not the one being asked to do the seemingly impossible. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave, if you are willing. Trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our esteemed company am I stepping in for? Wonderful. Ah, excellent choice. Can't give up now. The air is ripe with magic.
one with the weave.
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
Keep your distance, darling. If I must.
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
And these things have stayed interesting. How much farther can I go?
Mistra has a shrine within the city, located in the Stormshore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you need to. But I shan't be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of the divine, Astarion?
Oh, I tried them all. None of them answered.
Mistra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
Of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea. Shield our people from the depredations of the absolute heretics. Bless them with the strength to endure and the courage to resist. So may it be.
I need a quick word.
Welcome back, child of faith. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
Watch your back.
Greetings, child of... You have come far, I perceive. Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares. Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea. Shield our people from the depredations of the absolute heretics.
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame.
Still alive, so that's progress.
This altar isn't your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame. It reads, "Show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow." The gods are ready to receive your donation. The gods are ready to receive your sacrifice. This altar isn't dedicated. Your god is one of many, and in this place the gods are ready to receive your donation. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic, as though the weave itself were coursing beneath her stony skin.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Well, go on then. It's rude to keep a goddess waiting.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Thankfully not. Though she's not been averse to demanding the odd human sacrifice in recent days, has she? When I pictured this moment, I thought I'd feel more in control. Yet, here I am, with palms sweatier than a bugbear's armpit. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. The summoning channel Mystra has provided is for me alone. No one else is permitted to enter it, no matter how talented a user of the weave they are. Mystra's forgiveness? If you want me to claim the crown of Karsus, she'll hardly be in a forgiving mood after that. I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3 Dragon Ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite weave.
You can no more control the Karsite weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
this humble plea. Shield our people from the depredations of the absolute heretics.
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw her. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus. Thank you. There aren't many I'd trust to stand beside me on such a journey. Fewer still who would do so because they believed I deserved such a chance. If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
Don't waste a step.
Divine protectors of this humble plea. Shield our people from the depredations of the absolute heretics.
Changed your mind?
You recall where you've smelled this beggar's rotten musk before, in Mystic Carrion's chambers. This is one of his runaway servants.
Carrion sent you? Shit. Don't think about trying anything. I'll fight back. No chance. I'm not telling you a thing.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? Yes, her name is Vanra. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
You catch the barest tendrils of magic coiled around the flaming fist.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Someone or something has tampered with her memory.
What were we discussing?
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad.
A hag? Preposterous. No such creature would dare set foot in the city.
Don't scare me more than I already am. What would a hag want with my Vanra? She's just lost. That's all. Odds. I'm so afraid. And so tired. I've been looking night and day, everywhere I could. I've no family, and Vanra's father isn't around. The flaming fists were my last resort. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaids, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
private word would be nice.
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think. A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out someone if you want me. Lead the way, then.
Worth talking to, perhaps.
This vessel is at thy disposal.
But the vessel only stares blankly. You'll need to make room in your party first.
This soul.
Let's get going. Just what I need.
I wasn't expecting it, but your dance card is full. Lose a partner and there'll be room for me. Lead the way, then. My faith will guide me.
Ah, I was hoping I hadn't missed you. The Patriarchs are safe, but it took longer to calm them down than I was hoping. Ah, then I'll leave you to it. I'll stretch out my stint here as long as my break allows, in case you find anything.
I apologize for the hassle that woman caused. Such time wasters and troublemakers are a plague on the Flaming Fist.
Let's move. One day I'll catch him.
Colorful.
There's more Flaming Fist down the street than ever.
Seems simple enough.
Smuggling or any other form of deceit will not be tolerated. Let's see what all animals must be surrendered. Failure to do so will...
This is out and out madness!
Help us. What do we do? Any complaints will be handled after you return your annual.
Come on, let's go.
Admitted to the city must be surrendered. All livestock is now property of the Ducal Council for the duration of the ongoing emergency. She claims she will failure.
Phew.
We've got almost nothing left. And you want to take that from us? I've had enough of this. Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers. Please provide a full inventory of any and all livestock before entering Baldur's Gate proper. Smuggling or any other form of deceit will not be tolerated.
What are you gonna do? Tackle your livestock for any stray chicken?
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation with Archie. To talk about the brilliant future of Baldur's Gate, city of steel and justice.
Does he say anything about the horrible present of Baldur's Gate, city of crime and chaos?
No.
Breaks. You're only a year older than me. And I feel more
Supposed to be a bar or a
Have you got anything I can use to bring him back?
a bar or a druid.
That would be the mind restoring charm. I don't have any of those, sorry.
What do we have here?
What's that?
What's this?
Be very welcome to Flim's Cobblers, humble family home of our Archduke Enver Gortash. He may not have followed in his old man's shoe steps, but Archduke's not so bad, is it?
Nothing. It's as though the inner workings of his mind have been wiped clean.
He's the image of me, isn't he? Always was a handsome devil. Finest leather in the city. Ask anyone.
Careful! Careful! People don't bloody...
Ah, sir, you've chosen a special day to visit the family home of Archduke Enver Gortash. We're celebrating our dear son's magnificent achievement with a special run of leather-soled shoes. you will keep your magic in hand, sir. In our Enver's own home. Disgusting.
What to do?
Ah, sir, you've chosen...
Gods. Gortash has a mother. I assumed he sprang fully formed from a lich's arse crack or something.
Help me! Dear gods, help me!
Your tadpole squirms. These people are infected with the parasite, but something is off. You search her mind, but the psionic forces that control her are different, split somehow. Your own consciousness slips into the gap.
Help me! Gods, help me! Enver's ruined my mind. He's taken my body. I should have slammed the door in his face, but I let him in and he rammed some kind of worm in our eyes. I'm here, but I can't speak. I can't act. I'm trapped. We hadn't seen him in so long. I knew he was an animal, but I underestimated him. He sauntered in, Lord Gortash, what a name! Conjured up like a cheap trick. Said he was back, for good, and he wanted to repay us for his childhood. Still bitter after all these years, but we did what was best for him, for all of us. We had debts, world-ending debts, trying to keep this cursed shop afloat. Dangerous lenders who said they'd bury us all if we didn't pay. Then a warlock offered us a pretty penny for Enver's service. He was a smart boy, too smart. It was give him up, and all of us live or refuse and die. What choice did we have? He was always a little monster, nasty to the core. He would have torn me and Druvo apart with his whining, his demands, the never-ending racket of him. You may disagree, Enver did, but we don't deserve this torment. You're the first person who's heard the real me in months. There has to be. I can't live like this. I'm trapped. Trapped. There has to be another way. I deserve to live again. I deserve my own life. Wait, wait!
Your tadpole lashes and recoils. The connection is broken.
Come again soon.
So, Gortash's parents sold him to a warlock. Why does that sound so familiar? I've got no interest in empathizing with the fuck. But maybe what he did to me was some kind of mirror of what happened to him. When you get fucked up, you fuck up right back.
Be very welcome to Flim's cobblers. He may not have followed in...
Gortash's dad. Same treatment as his mum, I guess.
You focus on the source of the power, but it is quiet and still. It needs to rest.
Latest Baldur's Mouth edition. Oh, dynamite! That Lord Gortash should have his own column.
If not over, then through.
Mind control charms! Get your mind control charms here!
If I'm found buying anti-cultist charms, I'll be laughed out of the city.
Oh, you'll be the one laughing!
Seen any gazetteers around? Need to see if the new edition's out yet.
What's he got to say for himself?
Or decapitated.
Decapitated. Hands down. Exactly.
Here we
Would you rather be
go.
stabbed in the gut or decapitated?
Decapitated. Hands down. It's quicker. You?
Does he say anything about the horrible present of Baldur's Gate? City of crime and chaos?
I can say guilt. Security shouldn't be too tight. A few charmed innocents, maybe.
You can't do it without them.
Another one who can't take a bit of hard work.
Gazette has a transcript of a conversation.
Master Astarion. But the time is almost here. You should be at the ritual. Hurry. The palace is being sealed. You must not be late. You must not anger the Master. Be quick.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Another visitor? Staying long? The others are. Guests came for a party. Never left, though. Dunno what happened to them. Don't want to know. But I'm sure you're different. I'm sure you'll be fine.
You one of them? The fangy ones? Good. Don't like when they change. Get big, hairy, mean. Make sure you stay away.
Slim pickings up here, but safe. No one grabbing, no one biting. In the guts of the palace, hungry mouths down there.
Another guest. Yes, yes. More bones to chew, more bodies to nibble.
Moving in.
What a day. There.
Is that blood? No, never mind. A couple turns should do it. Can't slow down.
Lots of talk about the brilliant future
Say anything about the horrible present of Baldur's Gate, city of crime and chaos.
He mostly avoids that topic.
What's he got to say for himself?
Future of Baldur's Gate, city of steel.
Horrible present of city of crime.
What's the story?
No one's stopped me yet. Let's see. Should mind my step.